Russia. It's a pretty big place. Famous for its landscapes, wildlife, and Vladimir Putin amongst wildlife. Yeah, this is the president of Russia. Former spy, judo champ, and hockey fanatic. He's also held continuous positions as Prime Minister or President since 1999, making him the longest-serving ruler since Joseph Stalin. If you don't know who Stalin is, he was a leader of the Soviet Union. What's the Soviet Union? I'll get to that in a minute. Anyway, back to Putin. In the past 2 decades, he's become one of the world's most powerful people and is extremely ruthless in maintaining that power. Which is why, with Russia's presidential election fast approaching, we might already know who the winner will be. But why? And how did he become so powerful? Let's rewind the clock a little bit. You see, before Putin was president, Russia was part of the USSR, or Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, or Soviet Union. It was established in 1922 after Russia had a revolution and abolished its monarchy, then a civil war which redrew the borders. Russia and a few of its neighbours were united under a new system of government. It was based on communism, where citizens all shared the profits of their work. Under Joseph Stalin, remember him? The Soviet Union grew to become one of the world's greatest powers. Citizens enjoyed things like free education and healthcare, but there was also brutality, and Stalin killed or jailed anybody who didn't agree with him. Over the years, the USSR saw many controversies and disasters. And in the 80s, its leader tried to transition the USSR to a more free and open society. But by 1991, the Soviet Union had collapsed, and Russia held its first democratic election. Waiting in the wings was this 39-year-old KGB officer who saw the collapse of the USSR as a catastrophe. He landed the role of president in 1999 and was elected again in 2012, promising to improve standards of living and to make Russia a major power again. The economy has grown a lot, and Putin certainly has lots of fans. But it's not just popularity that's kept him in power.
It's very clear that Vladimir Putin has decided that he will eliminate his opponents.
Yeah, over the years it's become pretty clear that opposing Vladimir Putin is a very risky thing to do. Just a few weeks ago, Alexei Navalny, Russia's best-known opposition leader, suddenly died while in prison. He'd been put there after surviving an assassination attempt back in 2020. And world leaders pointed the finger at one person.
Make no mistake, Putin is responsible for Navalny's death. Putin is responsible.
Ordinary people have been arrested for supporting Navalny, or for speaking up against Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a war that's killed tens of thousands of Russian soldiers. So yeah, not everyone loves Putin. But when it comes to voting for a president, they don't necessarily have a lot of choice. The country's only anti-war candidate, Boris Nadezhdin, has been barred from standing. And experts say this election will be far from free and fair. While no one really doubts what the result of the election will be, it'll still be closely watched. And for people who don't support Putin, it could be an opportunity to have their voices heard.
Use Election Day to show us we exist, and there are many of us. We are real living, real people, and we are against Putin.
My message for the situation when I'm killed is very simple: not give up.